Hello, and welcome back to the Tiger Sports Report, where we talk about all things Broken Arrow athletics. I'm Heinrich Wright, joined by
Trey Island.
and today we're going to be interviewing both our girls and boys cross country teams, and then we're going to get some of our very own TSR crew members' opinions on who will win each NFL award and why.
It's going to be a fun episode packed with energy, school spirit, and sports talk from every angle.
And now let's kick things off with our incredible athletes, Maddie and Kaylee, from our girls cross country team.
Hey guys.
Hi.
All right. Maddie, how did you first get involved with cross country?
So I first got involved in 7th grade, and I was influenced by my older brother to start running, and so ever since then I've just been running since 7th grade.
Kaylee?
Mine's kind of the same thing. My sister joined her sophomore year while I was in 8th grade, and she just kind of encouraged me to sign up too.
Amazing.
What makes you guys excited and want to keep competing and keep doing cross country?
I really enjoyed the feeling of doing good and hard work paying off, like all the practices and
Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely when you see yourself getting better and just making all the memories with your teammates, that's really fun.
How do you guys feel about the outcome of this most recent season?
I feel like I think we all did a good job of encouraging each other and trying to work hard. We could continue to work, but I think we did a good job mainly of encouraging each other even when things didn't go how we always planned.
Yeah, we've definitely had some rough patches, but we still worked through them and encouraged each other.
Did this season help you guys grow closer as a team and bond at all?
Yeah, it definitely did. By us going through our rough patches, we tried to help each other out, and that just made us grow a lot closer. And
Yeah, for sure. I think our girls team right now is really close, and we just have so many inside jokes with each other, and it's really fun.
Are there any moments like that or from the season that just really stand out to you guys?
I would just say making fun of each other. I know that's but at the end of the season at our banquet we have paper plate awards, and those are just kind of inside jokes that our seniors make for us, and yeah, it's really fun.
yeah, the banquet, I always look forward to that because I know I'm going to have a good laugh, and it just kind of shows how close we all are.
Kaylee, was there anyone that you looked up to on the team now or while you were growing up?
Yeah, I looked up to I was a freshman and she was a senior. Her name is Kenzie, and she was one of the most positive people I've probably ever met, and no matter what it was, she just, even if it was something negative, she could make it something positive. She was very uplifting. If we had a workout, she just made it more fun and definitely helped.
Maddie, how about you?
I would say Kenzie as well, but alongside Kenzie was also Maddie Houtman and Elle Hendrickson. We were kind of a group of 4, and including Kenzie, and it was just they were all seniors and I was a freshman, so I just learned a lot from them my freshman year, and they definitely taught me how to be a good leader, especially coming up on our senior year next year. There's definitely a lot of things that we could take from what they did and bring it into our senior year.
You guys have talked a lot about how close you guys are on the team. Are there any specific dynamics and moments that stand out to you?
I would just say a lot of the team bonding opportunities that we have. There is one at the beginning of the season. It's in the summer, but it's called Gauntlet, and we just go for a long run, and then we have some team bonding, some team games, and food, and that's just one of the things that we do. But I think it's really fun, and it really starts the season off with a lot of team bonding.
Yeah, we also we practice every single day. We all see each other every single day, and a lot of days we have long runs, and that's where we just get our mileage in, and we just go on 30-minute runs, maybe more, and we just talk, and that definitely brings us all closer.
Okay, thank you. Maddie, what is your greatest achievement from cross country?
I would say either breaking 6 in the mile my freshman year. My PR is 5:44, or running a 20-45-minute 5K?
I would say the same thing as Maddie when I broke 6 minutes in the mile. It was a really hard goal to achieve, and we've been trying to do it since middle school, and it was just really special.
If you guys could give advice to any younger player just starting out in cross country, what would you say to them?
I would definitely say you get out what you put in, and all the hard work that you put in really just determines your season. And yeah.
I would say to keep your mindset positive. It's like a huge part of sports, and I would say that like I've gotten in my head a lot, and it definitely alters like your um how you participate, and just stay positive.
How does the coaching staff support you on and off the field?
Our head coach for distance, cross country, Coach P, he, if I ever have a question for him, he'll try his best to give me the best advice back, and he motivates us to do better, and yeah.
Yeah, Coach P does play a big role in our whole cross country system, but we also have Coach Wilk, who is the head track coach, and he likes to pull us aside a lot and just ask us how it's going, and I think that creates a good relationship and definitely motivates all of us.
Thank you guys so much for joining us and answering questions about your season.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
And with that, we are going to go to commercial break, and we'll be right back with some standouts from our boys cross country team.
Hey Tiger fans, this year Broken Arrow is going cashless for all home varsity games.
That means all tickets are sold through GoFan. No paper tickets needed.
Debit and credit cards are still accepted at the gate.
But we still encourage you to download the GoFan app.
Have your tickets on your phone before you arrive so you can get through the gates faster.
And don't worry, our BA ticketing team will activate your ticket at the gate.
This is the fast way to get in and skip the lines.
Remember to have your tickets ready on your phone.
Go cashless and see you at the game.
Welcome back, Tiger fans, to the Tiger Sports Report. Here with us, we have
Julian,
Carson,
from the boys cross country team.
Welcome to the podcast, guys. We're going to ask you a couple quick questions about your cross country season.
all right.
Julian, how did you get started in cross country?
Yeah, I just wasn't very good at basketball, and so I decided, I saw a poster up in the hallway and it said cross country. I was like, well, if I'm not good at basketball, I might as well try some sport, and I ended up really enjoying it.
Carson, same question.
My brother and sister did cross country, and I was kind of dragged into it, and then I stayed with it.
Did you have any like role models as you got more into it?
Yeah, my brother, and then like the older cross country guys.
Yeah, definitely with the older cross country guys, there was Noah and Blake. They would always push us to just be better, and we would see him up in like the top spots of a race, and that would always inspire me. I want to be like that when I become a senior.
Do you guys have any favorite cross country memories?
Favorite cross country memories. I would always say when we go to state at the hotel, it's always fun. We screw around for the whole night.
Yeah, kind of what Julian said, and just like hanging out with each other, like over the summer and everything.
What's your guys' like team dynamic? Are y'all close? Is there?
Yeah, I would say definitely there's not many people left out. Like if there's someone who's a bit quiet, we're gonna make sure that we talk to them and we all joke around. There's some banter that can be a little bit seen as mean-spirited, but overall we all like each other, and it's just all jokes.
Yeah, basically what Julian said. I mean, we try and include everyone. Definitely a lot of banter.
Are there some specific cross country memories, or specific cross country accomplishments that stand out to you guys and you're really proud of?
I would say my sophomore year when I became varsity, I was really proud of that because that was the first time I was able to become varsity in the high school spot, and it was more closer to my goal of being like those senior guys when I was just a 7th grader.
Running like my best time at the RSU night race. and making it to state by myself this year.
Oh.
What was the hardest race you guys did, and like how did you guys prepare for that?
The hardest race was definitely OSU. It's just a really hilly course. It sucks. Some years we train at the Oneida Ridge Middle School because that's where our like home course is, and that has a lot of hills. But like this year, we've just been training on the track, so we didn't really have much training for it. But yeah, usually just I don't know, running.
Yeah, I would definitely say this year's regionals, it was awful. There was water everywhere. My hips were killing me. It was all uneven. I love that OSU course. It was all finely manicured. The grass, hills or not, it doesn't matter. If I'm swimming during a cross country race, there's a problem. And during regionals, that's how it was. It
That
was
is not a
awful.
problem. That was the best race we had.
Is there any pregame routines or things you guys do specifically before a game to get prepared?
No, not really. I just space out, and that's usually the best method for me. If I'm thinking about a race, stressing about it, oh, what's my race plan? It's whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen.
I mean, kind of the same thing. I'll usually ice bath the day before, and then like as long as I get a good breakfast in, and like I'll listen to music, but that's about it.
What's your like pregame lock-in song?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just listen to I
Like a
don't know, a
specific
playlist,
genre or
I guess.
artist?
I've been listening to like it's called like jazz rap. It's pretty good. Or I'll
Niche.
listen to like I don't know, just whatever I guess.
Yeah, Julian, is there any music that helps you get prepared for a game?
Yeah, no, I usually just hit shuffle, and if like a jazz songs comes on or a classical music song, I'll just listen to that.
I never would have guessed it. Jazz is what gets cross country runners locked
Yep,
in, but I love
exactly.
it. That's awesome. Where do you guys see your, Julian, you are a senior, Carson is a junior, sorry. But where do you guys see your cross country career going next?
Yeah, I'm not really thinking of going collegiate, but I do still want to run. I love running, so I want to transfer to road races, so like marathons and half marathons and such.
Carson.
I would definitely love to run in college, collegiately. I don't know, maybe I'll do like road races here and there if I don't make it in college. I don't know, it just all depends.
Carson, are there any colleges in specific that you would like to go run for?
No, not really. I mean, if I ever get to that level of like Oregon or OSU, that'd be great, but I don't think I'm really there yet. So, I mean, if I could start off at maybe like RSU, which is a good running school, and just good school in general, that'd be nice.
Oklahoma State has a pretty good program. Go Pokes. How would you guys say you feel about the outcome of this most recent season?
Yeah, I was overall happy with it. Most of the team improved, and I think no matter what, it was just transfer to the track season as well. This season is just about building and all, and I think it served its purpose.
I was pretty happy with this season. I had a good season. It kind of like, I guess, plateaued in the middle of the season, but then I picked it back up like around regionals and state. So I was pretty happy.
Julian, what is one thing you wish you would like understood about training and racing when you first started cross country?
Yeah, definitely with the racing, I see a lot of emphasis on times, and times to a certain extent can mean something, but I mean, an extra inch or two of grass, that might add like 5 seconds onto your cross country 5K time. An extra hill, it's all different, and I think there's a lot of emphasis on times and not of placement and beating the next guy.
Yeah, basically what Julian said. And just stay with it, don't, I guess, doubt yourself all the time. Got to build that mental strength.
What would you guys say is the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Definitely just, well, like for cross country.
Yeah, cross country, or it
Okay.
could be life too.
Life too, yeah. No matter what, it's always just about staying consistent. Every year, there's either a bad year or a good year, but you're gonna be reminded why you love the thing that you do.
Carson.
I don't honestly don't even really know. Yeah, I don't really
That's
have
all
an
right.
answer for that one.
That's all right.
Thank you guys so much for joining us and answering our questions about your season.
Yeah, thanks
of
for having
course.
us.
Thanks for having us.
And with that, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with our own TSR crew members to talk NFL awards.
Oh, I got my order wrong.
This is me, Jessica. And this is
Jessica?
not my coffee. And my friend said, oh, wait, Quick Trip. And she said, you don't have to tell me your name. Please, serve yourself. And I was all, oh, then this happened.
Yeah, someone stole my drink.
That's how I learned Quick Trip has lattes on tap. And I will never have to tell a barista my name again. Quick Trip, raise your coffee bar.
Once again, welcome back, Tiger Sports fans. We are now joined by some of our very own TSR crew members, Zyler and Seth. And we're going to talk about some of the upcoming NFL awards and who we think are most deserving of them. So let's get into it, guys. Probably the most talked about, most important, most looked at MVP. Who do we have for that? Zyler, you go first.
Yeah, I got Jonathan Taylor. You know, he's already putting up better numbers than Saquon, and a little over halfway through the season, he's already had more touchdowns. He's about to get more yards. I just think he's the front runner.
In this league, the way that the MVP is set up, it's going to be really hard for a running back to win. And Jonathan Taylor is definitely very deserving, but I just think that, like, just the value of quarterbacks in the MVP voters' eyes, it's just too high. I think that Drake May comes away with it. I think he's actually not the front runner. I think Matthew Stafford is currently the front runner, but I think that by the end of the season, Drake May is going to come away with it. He does so much with so little. That's kind of, it's not really the same of what we saw with Josh Allen last season and Lamar, but Drake May just doesn't have very many weapons, and that may be more valuable in the voters' eyes.
Yeah, Drake May and Stafford are my top two. And I think that the thing that might give it to Drake May is that as someone that knows football pretty well, I can hardly name that wide receiver core. And their running back room has been decimated with injuries. Like Ramondre Stevenson coming out, that really hurt them. But Travion Henderson looked good for them. But overall, I think Drake May is probably the front runner in my eyes, with Stafford as a very close second, and then Jonathan Taylor is my third.
Absolutely. Those are some good takes. I think as of like this current state that the league is in and how these current weeks have been, Drake May is the front runner. If you would have told me last year that Drake May was even for a second a front runner for the MVP, all right, come on. Yeah. But it's been incredible, the production he's put out this year. I would never have bet on it. But it's been amazing to watch. Like you said, the receiving core, not a lot of notable guys, but they are now because Drake May is passing to them. But I do think he, as of right now, has it over Matthew Stafford. Seth, kind of like you said, it's just not a league that looks at running backs as much for the MVP award. I do think that's really something that needs to be worked on. But if Jonathan Taylor doesn't win MVP, I think it'll be really hard for the league and the voters to justify not giving him Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, I think the only way he doesn't win Offensive Player of the Year is if Jackson Smith and Jigba breaks 2K yards. And I think that's the only possible way that he could lose that.
And they have similar records, Taylor being 8-2, Jackson being 7-2. Jackson's looked great this year.
Yeah.
Great. He was, you could see him coming up last year, and I'm really seeing him play as good as he has this year has been really entertaining.
Yeah, and being moved after the Seahawks traded DK and giving that wide receiver one role to Jackson Smith and Jigba, that pushed his production to where it is now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, these slot receivers they're flourishing in the modern NFL. Look at the top 5 receivers in receiving yards. It's all slot guys.
Yeah.
I think it's the future of the NFL.
100%.
What do you guys think of Defensive Player of the Year?
Myles Garrett, it's got to be.
Yeah.
Is it Myles Garrett all around?
I think Myles Garrett is by far the front runner. The last 3 games he put up 10 sacks at the time of recording this. He's on pace to break the all-time sack record.
I'd love to see him do it.
I think he's already had over more than he had last year, you know, which is insane. I don't want to say early, but, you know, just you're not even close towards the end of the season. You already beat last year's record, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. And I don't want to dog on the Browns, but being on the Browns and being as legendary and stand out in your position as Myles Garrett is, it's not easy to do at all.
He made that choice, though, when he decided he wants the money over playing for a good team. He made that choice, but at the end of the day, the Browns are just not a good franchise. I don't think that, like, if I was a star player, I would leave. But
yeah, it was shocking. It was shocking to see that he stayed for so long.
Because if you're going to request a trade, you have to at least stand on it. You can't just go back.
But that does show that he has confidence in at least his defensive coaches, and the guys that he's surrounded with, and he knows where home is. He knows where he's going to play his best football, and that's exactly what we've seen this season and previous seasons.
Yeah, that Browns defensive unit as a whole is very good. They've showed that, especially through this season, they've looked very good with good, like, that's the one bright spot on the Browns. That's, like, the reason that they've even been in some of these close games, like with the Ravens. That's the only reason they were close to even maybe pulling out a victory against them.
I like how you mentioned that he was confident in the Browns, like, defensive coordinators. Well, I think he's confident is in Benjamin Franklin and Andrew Jackson, that money. But
yeah,
he's getting triple teamed every play. He doesn't really have much other help on the defensive line.
And he's still accomplishing everything.
It's
being
insane.
triple teamed, that's just no other player's doing that currently.
Yeah. Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'm really excited for that one because I think I know who it's going to. Emeka Egbuka, my Tampa Bay Bucks. What do you guys think of that?
I think that's a good pick, but his production's kind of slowed down since after that injury, and teams have figured out how to scheme against him.
Yeah.
And, like, he's been getting put clamps on him. Like, he hasn't been as productive as he was earlier in the season because no one expected him to do this.
Yeah.
And I think that if Jackson Dart comes back from his concussion, I think he might be the front runner strictly because he's a quarterback.
Yeah. But as a rookie, to say that teams are looking at you and planning their defense around stopping you as a rookie, that's pretty incredible. You can also blame some of his drop off in production on. I don't ever want to talk bad about him. He's my favorite. Baker Mayfield though. He hasn't been playing very well these last couple of games. I personally think, even though he's my favorite quarterback, he's dropped out of the MVP and Offensive Player of the Year runnings. I think if he can get back in his dog mindset, he just announced he's having a baby boy. If he can get back to playing like he has been at the beginning of the year, not overthrowing, not holding on to the ball too long, he can definitely boost up Emeka's production.
I do want to say that they are more willing, I guess, to give the Offensive Rookie of the Year to a receiver. And because I remember 2021, Mac Jones was not selected as the Offensive Rookie of the Year over Jamar Chase, which I was honestly kind of surprised about. I thought they'd give it to Mac Jones, but Jamar Chase, well, it's not important. But
yeah, I gotta have Tyler Warren. His production has been insane this year. And that Colts team just coming back, and what are they, like 7-2, 8-2 now?
Yeah,
8-2.
Yeah, that he's been a big part of that offense, especially because I know they have, Daniel Jones is apparently a good quarterback now. But just having Michael Pittman and Tyler Warren, and then forgot the other guy, but yeah.
We're running a little bit low on time, but I want to try to squeeze in, if we can, a talk about Coach of the Year.
Okay.
Do you guys have any opinions on the coach?
I wanted to bring this up earlier, but I wanted to save it. I was going to talk about Mike Vrabel, coach of the New England Patriots. He's outstanding.
I want to personally talk about Shane Steichen of the Colts. Bringing this Colts team that was not very highly looked upon coming in the season. Everyone had really low expectations. Anthony Richardson, he looked not that good last season. And them starting Daniel Jones week 1 was like, whoa, what's going to happen? And I think that was a good choice by them. And I think that, like, turning that team around that was bottom of the league, wasn't really good, and then bringing it to what it is now, I think that definitely deserves a Coach of the Year. But I can also see where you're coming with Mike Vrabel coming to New England and doing what he's done.
Me personally, I don't think he will win. I do want to shout out Sean McVay because I've not been excited to watch a Rams game in a long time.
Yeah.
and they've had a really good production this year. Matthew Stafford looks great. He's in the MVP. He's really flipped the team around over the past couple of years. Thank you guys so much for joining us. That is a wrap on time. Thank you so much for joining us and talking about NFL MVP awards and such. Be sure to follow us on BA Tigers social media at BAHS Tigers for all the latest student-produced content, and at BA Tiger Sports to stay up to date on everything Tiger athletics. Until next time, go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
See you.